What's up, y'all? I am doing this video. It's kind of like an informal video, no intro, none of that. I just wanted to get on here and talk about life in Merida, Mexico. I've been here since December the 16th, and it is now almost May the 16th. So that's going to be 5 months that I've been here. And to tell you the truth, I'm ready to leave. I've been here long enough. Let me go over here and just turn off this banner real quick. Hide the banner. I've been here 5 months, long enough to realize a few things about Merida, Mexico. I have to admit that it is a very friendly city. And really, when you say city, I kind of more or less think about New York City, LA, San Francisco, Atlanta, a lot of places that I have lived in. So compared to that, Merida is not really a city. It's more or less a town. Um, there are no high rises except for on the north side where there are a lot of high rise apartments. But downtown is a typical a small Mexican city or a small Mexican town where they have the historical area called Centro, which is colonial. It's the streets, the houses, the curbs, the buildings. Everything dates back to the colonial period when the Spanish were here and even before then. And so, one thing I did learn doing some research about the upcoming rainy season is I kept wondering, okay, why are these curbs? Why are these curbs so high, so big? And it's because during the rainy season, the streets flood. They flood. And so having high curbs keeps the water from lapping over onto the sidewalks. But from what I understand, it's going to really be raining, a lot of rain, um, which takes me to my decision to come to Merida, Mexico initially was because I thought it was a good soft landing. I wanted to go to Mexico City because Mexico City is a city. And when you think about Mexico, I think Mexico City is the only city in the country of Mexico that's a large city. All the other little outlining areas, whether it's Mazatlan, whether it's Cabos, whether it's Cancun, whether it's San Miguel Aliente, they're like towns. Um, I think maybe Guadalajara is comparable to Mexico City, but I'm not sure. I've never been there. There may be some other areas in Mexico comparable to Mexico City. I don't know. All I know is that I've been in Merida again since December. It was my soft landing to become an expat at my age of 71, to become an expat and move to an international country, which I selected Mexico. Now, the other reason why I came to Merida was because I wanted to go to the dentist. I had been to the dentist in America, and I know for the type of work that I needed, it was going to cost me 25, $30,000. And so I have been visiting, I have been going through some treatments with a local dentist here in Merida. And so far, I think I may have spent maybe about $2,000, and we're already into phase 5. So I'm still here trying to get through phase 5 and finish up phase 6. My visa runs out on May the 6th, no, June the 16th. I did not get in on the deadline of March the 14th in order to get temporary residency. And to tell you the truth, I hadn't planned on being in Mexico this long. And so having temporary residency I mean, for the purpose of having someplace else to land in case some shit jump off. Yeah, that's one reason. But the other thing is I can always go leave after my 6 months, go somewhere else, come back if I wanted to, and get my passport re-stamped. So that's what I'm considering right now because, like I said, my visa runs out on June the 16th, 17th, and I'm waiting for the dentist to get back to me with the completion of phase 5, which I've got to wear the prosthetic for 3 months. And then after the 3 months of that, I come back and I get my implants. So I'm thinking to myself, there's really no reason for me to stay in Merida through the end of the year just for the dental treatment. If it's going to take 3 months, I can easily go somewhere else and fly back for a week or two and get the implants done. So that's what I've been thinking about being here in Mexico. Now, don't get me wrong. The people are nice, the people are friendly, but I tell you, if you don't speak Spanish, then you're going to have a hard time understanding a lot of things, which could frustrate you. But thanks to Google Translate or translate on my phone, I'm able to communicate. And a lot of times they will easily pull out their phone and communicate with you as well. Like, take for instance, I live in a restored mansion, and part of my lease includes cleaning services, housekeeping. So the young lady comes twice a month. She can't speak a lick of English, and my Spanish is like poco, poquito, poco. So she will easily pull out her phone and type in what she wants to communicate, and that's how I communicate back with her. So yeah, knowing Spanish is important. And so let me get into one of the things that's really frustrating me right now. When I arrived in December, the weather was nice. It was sweater weather, sweatshirt weather. I could go out, I could walk, and I was not burning up. The weather was really, really nice. That was December, January, and February. Okay, March rolls around and it's starting to get a little bit warmer. All right, which it was not too bad. I think in the 80s, which is like beach weather, tourist weather. When you go on vacation, you want to go someplace where the sun is shining and it's not too hot and not too cold. One thing that I did notice is that since I've been here the last 5 months, I think it rained maybe 5 times. I could be wrong, but I think I counted 5 days, no more than 10 days, and that's stretching it, that it rained here in Merida. And so now we have reached the month of May. Went through April. I think the second week in April it started to get hot. Okay, and we're talking about in the 90s. Okay, and I started to notice the heat. But this May has been in the hundreds, and so let me just share with you all what it says in terms of the weather. You can see here that today it was 99 degrees, and it says excessive heat. It was 99 degrees today. So let me go over here and see if I can pull up that Central. Yeah, let's go Central. Okay. Now, here is the weather forecast for the next few days. Today it reached 102, tomorrow 102, 102, 103, 103, 105 next Tuesday. 105 degrees. Now, that's hot. That's extremely hot. And you can't really do anything out and about in the streets, whether you want to go to a restaurant or you want to hang out, you want to do some touring. It's hot. I drink a lot of water, which has kind of cleared up my skin. Okay, cleared up my skin, got rid of some of the wrinkles on my forehead. um, but yeah, the weather here is not for everybody. And I know there's some YouTubers like Move Abroad and Thrive. They talk about how people come to Merida and they can't stand the heat and they go back to the USA. Okay. I don't plan on going back to the USA. So I have been thinking about where else can I go that would best suit me. Now, okay, so let me back up a little bit. It's been hot. I mean, hot. And so if you're thinking about moving to Merida and you're looking at apartments or houses, most of the time you're going to see a lot of these houses have a pool in the yard. And there's a reason that there's a pool. Maybe it might be even just a little splash pool, not a big Olympic sized pool, but a little splash. It's to cool you off in the heat because it gets hot. I just showed you in the hundreds. Okay. But my place where I'm at, the mansion, it does not have a pool. Unfortunately, it does not have a pool. Now, the house next door, the huge, beautiful house next door, they have a pool. And I can hear those people over there at nighttime on the weekends. They have music blaring and water splashing. I'm like, God damn, they got a pool. So earlier today, I went out um, and I saw a man at the other house getting ready to go inside. I was like, hey, hold up, wait a minute. The next time y'all have the pool open and I hear y'all, oh, can I bring a 6-pack or something and come hang out at your pool? Absolutely. He was friendly enough to tell me, yeah, if you want to come over and hang out at the pool, you can come over and hang out at the pool. But yeah, it gets hot. Now, that's in the month of May. So it got start getting hot in April. And then now here we are in May. Okay. And it's hot as hell out there. Okay. Now the other thing about this heat is for an older person, it's dangerous. The level of heat is dangerous. I have to wear a hat to keep my face protected. I have some sunblock. You know, you're talking about black people don't need sunblock. Yes, you do need sunblock, whether it's pH 30 or 40. I went all the way up to 50 because I know for myself, I have already, I think back in March, April, I turned to like, what, 10 shades darker than what I normally would be if I was still back in Atlanta. So yeah, you need to wear a hat. You need a sunblock. And there's a reason why you see people walking around with long pants and long shirts on. That's when you're living in the city. Tourists walk around with shorts and tank tops and swimming suits. That's because you're only going to be here for a week or two at the resort, at the hotel, doing touristy stuff. But for people who live here, they do not walk around with touristy clothes on. They try to cover up because the heat is burning. It's it gets hot as hell. Okay. So now that takes me to another one of the reasons why I'm considering leaving this place in the next couple of months, because come June, end of May, come June, it starts the rainy season. Now I've already made a YouTube video, so go on over there to my YouTube channel and check out the video that I made about preparing for 10 top things you need to do to prepare for the rainy season. because it's going to rain. Lord Jesus, it's going to rain. Okay. And I think last week, Tuesday or Wednesday, it started raining, and it rained for like 3 to 5 minutes. And already the street out front has started to flood right in front of the mansion here. And I'm like, oh, Lord. And it was raining hard, and the wind was blowing left to right. And so I can imagine that coming up during the rainy season, it's going to be really, really as bad as the heat season, the hot season. So going over there to the, let me go back up here, put it back up here. Go on over there to the YouTube channel at Jackie R Life Abroad. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I plan on doing more videos for my adventures, because who knows, I might go to Bogota, I might go to Peru, I might go to Brazil. I might even end up in Spain, okay, in Granada, Spain, Madrid, someplace other than where I am right now. The other thing I want to talk about is the level of lifestyle that you have living in Latin America or South America. The little towns are pretty much the same unless you get into a big city. Again, for somebody like me who is a digital nomad, I still have a client that I do work for. I spend a lot of time on the internet making these YouTube videos. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, which on TikTok and Instagram, my handle is Hot and Mobile. That's HOTANDMOBILE. Hot and Mobile. So you can follow me on TikTok, you can follow me on Instagram. But on my YouTube channel, it is Jackie R for Jackie Robinson, Life Abroad. So go on over there, subscribe, like, and share some of the videos that I got out there. But again, back to life in Merida, Mexico. It's not really that bad if you want a slow lifestyle, you want to settle down a little bit. But one thing also I want to talk about is most of the people that I have met here are either married or they're coupled off. You don't see a lot of single expats living in Merida, Mexico, okay, which can create a problem if you are a solo traveler and you looking to meet up with someone, have a companion, somebody to maybe go to the movie with, go to the jazz club, go to a nice restaurant. There are female groups, one little group in particular that I joined of expats, some from the US, some from some other countries, and they get together maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks. They hook up and go to a restaurant. But again, I mean, I'm like, yeah, that's okay to hang out with women, but I don't want to hang out with women all the time. And so I feel like I need to be in a big city. So like when I went to Mexico City and I hung out with Madison, shout out to Madison. I hope you're doing well, girl. It was beautiful. A lot of restaurants, a lot of places to go. The scenery was nice. The opportunities for meeting nice people was definitely there. And so yeah, Mexico City would be nice, but the smog that hangs over Mexico City, it might create a problem in terms of being able to breathe. Not to bring down anything bad about Mexico City, because I like Mexico City, but there's some pros and cons about living in Mexico City. I would imagine that there's pros and cons for any place that you would consider being an expat. But for me, I know I love Spain. Spain was the bomb. I was in my element. They dress nice, okay. They carry themselves in a certain kind of way. They got swag. Here in Mexico, it's like it's like a slow lifestyle. I mean, nobody really dresses up. I've seen some women that dress nice, like my lawyer Nico took me to his country club, and the women in there, they were dressed real nice. I felt real good because I was dressed real nice. But most of the time, you see people walking around with jeans and the shirts on, and yeah, it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. And so again, I've been here since December, and I'm getting a little bored. I'm getting a little bored with the place, and I'm thinking, yeah, it's time to change the scene. Now, Stephanie Perry, who I've been following since what 2019, 2020, been following her channel. She is a house sitter, and she travels all over the world. And I think the other young lady is Rashida Dow. Following her channel, she's been to places like South Africa, Panama, which I went to Panama, which I will not go back to Panama. That's another story. But I follow these young women that talk about the expat life, living in different countries. And she's having a birthday party in Bogota the 4th of July weekend. So I'm thinking maybe I'll go hang out in Bogota for a few days. But again, when I look at when I look up rainy season in Bogota, or rainy season in Mexico, or rainy season in Merida, it's May through September. Okay, and now that doesn't mean that it is raining constantly every day, 24/7. But when it does rain, it pours. Let me back up and talk about Panama for a second. I think I spent 7 days in Panama, and Panama is a city, high rises everywhere. Okay, nice Malecon for you to walk, nice parks, nice neighborhoods. The central area, the touristy area, was nice, but it was not as clean as I would like for it to be. A lot of trash on the street, a lot of dog poop everywhere. Everywhere. And them high rises, they look good in pictures and in videos, but once you get up close, they're dated, they're old. Okay, and so there has not been a lot of new construction in Panama unless you go south, like going toward the airport, where there's a large Jewish community, and they have more modern, more up to date types of living residencies and restaurants and things of that nature. But I'm not going down Panama. I had a nice time in Panama. I met some nice people in Panama. But Panama, and I went to the Panama Canal, did a whole tour of the Panama Canal. But Panama is on the US dollar. So your dollar is not going to stretch as far as it does here in Merida, Mexico. So Panama was out for me. So yeah, again, I've been here since December. So my soft landing, it was this place that I had been following. What's the name of it? Nomad something. I can't think of the name of it, but I had gotten in touch with them, and they suggested that I start my solo travel expat journey in Mexico. I think, matter of fact, they may have said it's Mexico City, and I ended up choosing Merida because it was deemed as one of the safest cities in Mexico. And it's like a 3 hour flight from Cancun, or 2.5 hour flight from Cancun to Miami and back to Atlanta. So I could easily get back to the States if I needed to. But I'm totally rethinking that now and saying Spain is calling me. Spain been calling me for years, for a long time. Ever since I traveled to Spain, I loved it. Okay, I felt real good about it. And so yeah, it's hot. It's hot in Merida. So if you are considering moving to Mexico, I would wait until November, December, when the rainy season is over and it's a lot cooler. But to try to move down here now, if you are not ready for the heat or you're not ready for it to be raining, monsoon raining, storms, lightning, the hurricane season, then this may not be the place for you. So, okay, I just thought I would get on here and rant about the heat because I swear to God, let me show you that thing again. Let me see if I can show it to you again. Look at this shit. Let me make it bigger. Look at this. 102 today, 101, 101, 103, all the way to 105. It feels like a chicken roasted in the oven or warming up in an oven. That's how hot it is. Okay, that's how hot it is in Merida, Mexico. Okay, and so, yeah, think about it. Do some more research. Take into consideration the heat and the rainy season and plan accordingly. Okay. This has been your girl, Jackie Robinson, Jackie R, living life abroad. Again, if you have not subscribed to the channel, go on out there and subscribe, like, comment, and share. My YouTube channel right now, I think I got 64 followers, and that's okay with me. That's okay with me. I'm not that concerned about the numbers. I'm just more or less trying to share information with you all that I hope somebody finds helpful. But again, go on out and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.